here. You know why you're here? I know why you're here. You're here because the title says lazy cooking, something like that, right? You know why I'm here? Because I'm a little lazy too, okay? Something that you and I have in common. We're both a little lazy, okay? Which is okay. You know what else we have in common? Me, you, your ex, your worst enemy, my worst enemy. You know what we all have in common? Is that we all eat a couple times a day, okay? 3 to 5, 3 to 15 if you're me, okay? I eat a lot of times a day. I'm home all the time. I work from home. And if somebody should be cooking all meals a day at home, it should be me, okay? I work from home. But you know what's the problem with cooking all the meals that you consume every day? Is that then, well, one, you have to cook every day. Cooking is cute, cooking is fun. I like cooking, okay? I love cooking. 3 meals a day though is all right. Teeter-tottering with annoying. You know what else is worse than that? Doing the dishes every day. That one's even worse than the cooking. Okay, then it's also like all the thinking of like, okay, I have to cook. What am I gonna cook? Ugh, I ate that yesterday. Blah, 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 blah. Then sometimes you get in a pinch. You're a little tired. You're a little wired. I don't know what that means. Sometimes you just don't want to cook, okay? Things happen. You got home late from work. You get an unexpected call to go see someone. You have a headache. Nobody plans on a headache, but it happens, okay? Sometimes we all get a headache. So when all these unexpected things happen, nobody wants to cook, okay? It's already hard enough to cook as is. Nobody wants to add another layer of worry or stress to cooking. Okay, now here's my solution. I have a solution for you, okay? Now, am I qualified? Yes. Am I overqualified? Yes, of course. How? Am I a chef? No. Am I a mother that has to feed a bunch of kids? No. Have I been cooking for 10+ years? No. But I have been doing this tip and trick that I'm gonna show you for 2 weeks, which makes me overly qualified, okay? So let's just get into it. First, I'm gonna tell you what it is that I do, right? Like, what is this secret? What is this life-changing tip that I have, okay? And then I'm gonna break down how it is that I do it, what I wish I knew last week, and, you know, like, what's the best way to live this lazy girl life, okay? I know we all wanna know, so here it is. What is it that I do, you ask? I cook all of the food for the week in one day.
Bruh.
You're like, is this bitch talking about meal prepping? Is she talking about what everybody knows? Is she talking about the most basic, boring shit ever created? No. This is meal prepping on steroids. This is meal prepping 2.0. This is meal prepping like a baddie. Okay, this is not your regular schmegular boring meal prepping. You know what's wrong with regular meal prepping? You know, I know, we all know. It's boring. It's boring. It's boring, okay? It's boring. Nobody wants to eat that shit every day, okay? Nobody wants to eat rice and ground beef and broccoli and all that boring stuff every day. No, thank you. Nobody wants to eat that every single freaking day, okay? And so nobody does. You know what happens when people meal prep that boring shit? It's like one meal for all week, or maybe like they do 2 variations, like a chicken and a beef, and like, ooh, you get sick of it, then you get like a whole egg, a ground beef egg, a rice egg. No, nobody wants that. So the solution is, I cook a variety of foods, all of the food I would have made all week. So I'm not making like 1 or 2 meals for the whole week. No. I'm making like 5 dishes for dinner. Maybe I'll have 1 or 2 in there that repeat. And I'm making like 3 to 4 different lunches, and I'll repeat a couple of them, okay? So I'm making a whole week's worth of lunch and dinner. Now you can customize this. Maybe you don't get that tired of it. Maybe you're like, you know what? I could have the same 3 things on repeat. Maybe I want something different every day, all the time. Whatever works for you, okay? I need at least like 4 to 5 different dinners. I can repeat like once or twice. And I need kind of like the same thing for lunch, okay? I don't want to have too many repeats. So that's my hack. Is it revolutionary? I don't know. Has it been done before? Probably, but I don't think so. So that brings us to our con number 1, which is this is gonna take you all day, okay? This is not a light task. This is a long all day, don't do anything else that day type of activity, okay? That's our first con. Second con is that there's a lot of thinking, okay? You have to think, you have to plan it out. The first time, maybe the second time you do it, you're gonna do things out of order. Like it could have been done better, but you didn't know that yet. And that's okay, okay? There's always like a learning curve to things. And you just have to know you're gonna get better every week that you do it. Another con, there's not really another con. You know why? Because it's that good, okay? The con is you're gonna be cooking all day. You're gonna have a little learning curve. Oh, and the third con is after you're done cooking all day, you're gonna be doing dishes all night, okay? That's just the sad truth. A way to minimize this is to do the dishes as you're cooking. But as you can imagine, if you're cooking 700 meals, babe, you're gonna be, how do you say this? Doing dishes all night regardless, okay? There's no other way to put this. Now, the good thing about this plan also, back to the pros, okay? The pros are way more fun to talk about. Another pro is that there are many ways that you can customize this to fit your needs. To fit your needs, there's many ways to customize this. And I also don't want to be constrained to a specific meal, even though I'm probably gonna have it in the same way. And I'm only making it for a week because I want to be able to change my mind. I also don't want to cook that much. Like I would rather make it in week increments. It allows me to like change my recipes more often. So like I'm saying, this is really like super tailorable to your lifestyle. So you have to cook, like if you were gonna cook basically a new meal every day, and then you just stock your fridge up and then it's ready for a week. Okay, you have a whole week to not stress about. So think of that, the day that you're doing all this work and you wanna kill yourself and you're like, oh, where's the rub? Just remember, you're gonna have a whole week off. No dishes, no food to worry about. You won't have to think about, oh, what's for dinner, what's for lunch. You won't have to order out. You won't have to go to a restaurant to get food, okay? You'll be saving money, time, stress, eating better. Hello? I'm not misguiding you here, okay? I'm taking you towards the lottery. The way I do it is I cook a bunch of sides that all go with the mains, a bunch of mains, enough for 2 people for lunch and dinner for a week, and then I mix and match. So I don't pre-make it into like little servings. I just leave like a bunch of rice, a bunch of yams, a bunch of green beans, and then I just mix and match it myself throughout the week, however I want to eat it, okay? Now, you might be like, okay, but how am I gonna think of how much food I need, and like, oh my God, and like, what's the best way to cook all this stuff, and like, what order should I make it in, and like, I don't have that much space. Like, worry not, okay? Worry no more. Relax. I have all the answers to all of your problems. Listen, I too was like, am I gonna do all this stuff, okay? And so you know what I did? I cheated, okay? I don't care. Snitch on me. Shut up. I cheated a little bit. I used ChatGPT. Sue me. I don't care. You know what? I used it. Guilty. Whatever. I'm not using it to freaking money launder like you people. I'm using it to meal prep, okay? And if that's not womanly and feminine of me, I don't know what is. If that's not QT and demure, see, then what is? You know what I'm saying? This is what I did. I'm gonna tell you my prompts. This is what helped me make this whole meal prepping journey super easy. This was my hot tip and trick. You could definitely do this without ChatGPT, obviously. Just think of all the meals you wanna make, organize it in a way that makes sense to you, and like think about what's like the best order to cook in, and to like how it would be best to like go about it, you know, and like plan it yourself. Like plan it like you would have if ChatGPT didn't exist. I, on the other hand, I didn't want to go through that, and I also wanted ChatGPT to give me new recipes. I didn't want to keep making the same recipes that I was making, and I wanted to know what's like the most optimized, fastest way for me to do this. Okay, so this is what I told my ChatGPT. You ready for this? I call my ChatGPT James. Okay, I named it James. You can name yours whatever you want, or don't name it because maybe you think that's weird. And you would be right. If you think it's weird, you're probably right. It is weird, and I don't care. I just use mine so much always for like health related questions that I felt like I needed to give it a name in my head. And so mine is named James. And this is what I told James. I told James, hey James, I want you to make me a meal plan for 2 people for 6 to 7 days of lunch and dinner, and I want it to all be Cuban recipes, and these are all the ingredients that I have in my fridge right now, so please use these ingredients and minimize if I have to purchase any. Also, these are my dietary restrictions, which are like gluten-free, dairy-free, anti-inflammatory, and I told him make that bitch buzz, you know what I'm saying? Like make it delish, make it Cuban style. And I also, after he sent me that, I was like, oh shit, I should tell him to tell me what's like the best order to like cook it in to like make it most efficient. Oh, sorry, before I told him that, I did add in that prompt. And these are all the cooking utilities. Is it utilities? Cooking, I don't know. Yeah, utilities that I have. I told him I have an air fryer. I told him I have an Instapot, an oven, and a stove. And I said, what you got with that? You know what I mean? And so he kind of broke it down. Me calling ChatGPT, he is crazy, but he broke it down into like what makes the most sense. Okay, you're gonna do this first, you're gonna pre-marinate your meat, then you're gonna make this in the oven while that's baking, then you're gonna start on this in the stove, and then when that's done, you're gonna put this in the oven, and then when this is cooking, you're putting that in the air fryer, and when that's done, you're putting that in the air fryer. He did all the thinking for me, okay? Like I said, you can think of it yourself, okay? I don't wanna hear in the comments, you're so lazy, your generation is like, listen, if there's a free app that's gonna help me think and allow me to spend my thinking power on other problems or on the cooking and all the cooking that I have to do, then I'd rather do that, okay? Instead of sitting there and thinking about how I'm gonna do the thinking of the cooking and the no. So James, thank you James, he thought of all of it for me. And so, boom, he gave me this plan. Then I said, oh, sorry, can you do it again? Mexican style? Can you do it again Mediterranean style? Can you do it again Italian? Whatever you tell him, he's gonna send it all back. Different recipes. Now, here are my Wendy special rules. These might be common sense to some people. These might not be common sense for other people. So I'm just gonna tell you right now. Tip number 1. Don't do all of the cooking, prepping, planning, buying the groceries, cutting the veggies. Don't do all of it in one day because you already have a lot to do, okay? Trust me, you have an all-day activity just between cooking and washing the dishes. So let's not add more tasks. So what I do, and this is my personal schedule, on Sunday, I go to the gym and then I leave and then I go do the grocery shopping, right? I already know what I'm gonna make for the week. I have that figured out, so I have like all the recipes written down. I know which ingredients I'm missing. I know what I need to get from the store, and so I just go and buy what's left that I need to get. And also on that same night, Sunday night, I am pre-marinating all the meat. So take out all the meat from the freezer, maybe like Saturday night, so it could be like not frozen by Sunday, so you can pre-marinate. So you're gonna pre-marinate, maybe cut up all your veggies if you can, have all that ready to go, because, and obviously this isn't Sunday for you, whatever, just like put your day in the Sunday, the day before the cooking day basically. Then cooking day, you're gonna do all the cooking, obviously, and all the washing. So that's why I personally obviously believe, know, and you know, stand by the fact that it's way better to cook all of it one day. Okay, nobody wants to do the cooking, the chopping, the pre-marinating all on the same day. It becomes a little too overwhelming, okay? Okay, but that concludes today's video. I feel like I cracked the code, at least for my like personal life. Eating at home all the time gets exhausting, like it really does. All jokes aside, like it's cute sometimes to like make a lunch and make a dinner, but it does get exhausting. And this is something that really like helped me minimize like how much time I have to spend in the kitchen, and allows me to like put my time and my energy into like other things and to just like optimize that part of my day. Oh, and another really good tip is I didn't do this the first week and I regretted it so much that I like completely changed all the recipes for the second week, which was like making dry things like bistec or like just regular chicken and like with peppers and stuff, like that stuff doesn't reheat too good, okay? All the like dry-ish stuff, like even like a lemon pepper chicken, like stuff that isn't in a sauce, honestly doesn't reheat the best. And so what I opted out for this week was just to make everything like in a sauce. That's why I made like pollo and salsa, the chicken with the garlic sauce thing. There's beans, there's like beef stew, there's like ropa vieja, but I made it like super soupy. Like everything I try to make it like super soupy so I can just hold that moisture. Like if you actually try this, which I literally like urge everybody to do because I feel like it's freed up so much of my time and like mental stress too. Like if you try this, you'll love it, and just give yourself some like adjustment time to like figuring out what you don't like. You're gonna do it the first week and you're like, damn, I wish I would have just like pre-cut all the veggies. Another time where I wish I would have made more time to do this, or I wish I would have, I don't know. You're gonna learn all of your I wish I would have's. All the learning curves, they're gonna happen, and it's inevitable with anything new that you try, but give yourself the time to figure it out and just know it's gonna get easier, right Zoe? Exactly. And so I hope you girls enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I know I'm probably not the most like qualified person ever, but as somebody who really like honestly obsesses over food and like optimizing their day, I actually do kind of feel like the most qualified person ever. Even if I have only done this twice, I don't care. I feel like it was good enough to share, and I wouldn't be sharing it if I wasn't gonna stand by it, okay? I think this is like gold. I have tried so many other like versions of meal prepping and cutting back time on like cooking and all that stuff, and this has been my fave. So that's what I'm telling you girls, okay? If you actually try it and if you like it, or if you have another like little version of this that you do that you would share with the girls, let us know in the comments below. I would love to hear if this actually like helped you at all, or if you have your own little tricks so that we can all kind of learn from each other. But anyways, I love you all. I'll see you next Wednesday. I don't know. Okay, love you. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. I'm about to put you on, okay? I'm about to change your